welcome back to my channel, Inspire AI. And with that being said, I know a lot of you guys have been looking at the news, looking at social media, and there's a lot of chatter and talk about Chat GPT, about open AI. And since this channel is all about artificial intelligence and learning about these different technologies and software, and how does that ultimately impact people like you and me, just normal people? Like, what role do we have to play in all of this? And with that being said, if you're interested to learn more about Chat GPT and how you can possibly have access and use this for your own creative process or whatever that might look like, let me walk you through the steps, because this is going to be my first time actually setting up an account and trying to use it. I know a lot of you guys have been saying that every time you go to use it, it shows that the site is at capacity because there's so many users trying to access it right now. It is trending, it's going viral, and people want to see what it's all about. But if that's the case, put you on a wait list. So when you're ready to actually use it, it's going to send you a notification. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what this whole Chat GPT thing is all about. Okay, so this is currently what I'm looking at. As you can see, this is the Chat GPT on OpenAI. And at first, it actually made me sign in. So I had to create a profile, just your username and a password. And then it asks you to enter your phone number. So then it's going to send you a little bit of a security code for you to type it in. And then you'll be able to have access to Chat GPT. So as you can see here, it says this is a free research preview. Our goal is to get external feedback in order to improve our systems and make them safer. Okay, so first of all, those choice of words, I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I am willing to give external feedback through my own subjective experiences. And the only word that's striking to me a bit is make them safer. What do you mean make your artificial intelligence software safer? So are you trying to say that it's dangerous right now? And what exactly are you trying to imply? So if you're someone who is a developer or producer of this Chat GPT artificial intelligence programming, I'm just really curious. Maybe you can talk a little bit more of what you mean make this safer. Highlighting this a bit, so while we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information and produce offensive or biased content. It is not intended to give advice. So the only thing more I want to add in terms of feedback to people that are working on the team to put this together is that maybe it's worth just expressing, like the whole concept of misinformation, and just people should be a little bit more mindful and just stay away from commentary like it's not intended to give advice. So if it's not intended to give advice, then what is your intention? And stay away from words like make the artificial intelligence safer, because by using terminologies like that, you're implying that the artificial intelligence is not safe. So with all that being said, I'm still excited to test this and curious of what it's going to produce. So if you guys are ready, let's click the next button. It talks about how they collect their data. So conversations may be reviewed by our AI trainers to improve our systems. That's totally fair. And please do not share any sensitive information in your conversations. So just know, to all people who are possibly going to be using Chat GPT in the future, do not share any sensitive information. And this kind of goes for all different platforms. And do not type in your credit card. Do not type in anything personal about your life or where you live. So if you guys are, let's jump right in. Click the next button again. We love your feedback. Okay, I'm definitely going to be going on this Discord server because I'm very curious in terms of if I'm going to be able to get my feedback to someone who's willing to listen. Okay. So I think this is the screen. I'm just gonna move my little box Okay, examples. Explain quantum computing in simple terms. Okay, I can't believe people are actually asking it that. Are you actually interested in quantum computing? Capabilities. Remember what users said early in their conversation. Allow user to provide follow-up corrections. Train to decline inappropriate requests. Oh, okay. Limitations. So you have to be mindful that it may occasionally generate incorrect information. It may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content, and limited knowledge of world and events after 2021. Okay, so I'm guessing that it can only produce information or content based on what it has been fed in terms of data before 2021. So if that's the case, I am very curious, and I've been asking this question to so many different people, but still have not landed on a definite answer. So you know what? I'm actually gonna ask Chat GPT. So my question for Chat GPT is, okay, I have to ask this one because I mean, I went to graduate school, I did my master's in public health, studying disease control, and I actually graduated when they had a pandemic. So I was the lucky cohort that was able to really go through a public health emergency in real time and was able to learn from that. So with that in mind, I'm gonna ask the question. I don't know if this is gonna work or not because like technically this is like a question thinking. Oh, you know what? Let's just try it. It is difficult to predict with certainty whether there will be a next pandemic. However, it is likely that there will be future outbreaks of infectious diseases. The world has seen multiple pandemics throughout history, and it is important for societies to be prepared for the possibility of future outbreaks through measures such as investing in public health infrastructure and research and promoting awareness and education about infectious diseases. Oh my God. Okay, from a public health professional, this answer is spot on. This is a really good answer because if someone asks you that question, it's like it's difficult to predict, which is true, but the likelihood that there's going to be future outbreaks of infectious diseases is actually very high, especially with climate change, and especially knowing that currently we're dealing with a triple threat with COVID, RSV, and influenza. So I think for my first question to Chat GPT, that it did a damn good job. So if you're curious about what other questions I have, I will be recording all of this content and posting it on my YouTube. So definitely follow and subscribe for more, and definitely look forward to all your comments and how your experience was using ChatGPT. So comment down below. I'll see you next time.